Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anant Kori Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem se ko Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Syama Kund Radha Kund Girivardhan ki jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki jai. Sri Jamunamai Gangamai Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premananda Hari Bol. All glory is the Assembled devotees. All glory is the Assembled devotees. All glory is the Assembled devotees. Jai Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 16, Text 34. How Parikshit received the age of Kali. Yo vai mamatibaram asura vamsa ragyam akshauhini satam apanudad atma tantra tvam dustam unapadam atmanam parushena sampadayan yarushu ramyam abhibrat angam yovai mamati bharam asuravam saragyam akshauhini satamupanudadatmana tantra tvam dustamanu param atmani paurushena sampadayam yarushuramyam abhibratangam yo vai ramati bharamasuravam saragyam akshauhini satamapanudad atmatanira tvam dushtamuna paramatmani paurushena sampadayan yarushuramyam abhibratangam Yovai mamati bharamasuravam saragyam aukshauhini satamapanudar atmatanira tantra atmatantra tvam dustama una param atmani paurushena sampadayam yarushuramyam abhibrat angam Yo vai mamati bharama suramati yam. Sohini Matantra Tum Dustaram Unapadam Anupurushena Madhyamyati Ramyam Abhibradangam Yo vai mamati bharama surabam saragyam Akshauhini satamapanudadatma tantra Samdustaram unaparatmani paurushena Sampadayanya Rishuramyam Abhibradangam Yo vai mamati asuram Akshauhini satamupanudaratma tantra Tvamustaram napunumatmani paurushena Sambadayam yarushuramyam abhibradangam Yovai mapapimosam Akshauhini satamapanaturatma tantra Tvam dustam anuparumatmani paurushena Sampadayan yarushuramyam abhibradang Matajis Ya he who Vai certainly Mama mine Atibaram too burdensome Asurabamsa unbelievers Ragyam of the kings Auksauhini one military division. The asterisk says an Okshahini phalanx consists of 21,870 chariots, 21,870 elephants, 109,350 infantrymen, and 65,610 horses. Satam, hundreds of such divisions. Apanudat, extirpated. Atmatantra, self-sufficient. Tvam, unto you. Dushtam, put into difficulty. Unapadam, devoid of strength to stand. Atmani, internal. Parushena, by dint of energy. Sampadayan, for executing. Yarushu, in the Yaru dynasty. Ramyam, transcendently beautiful. Abhibrat, accepted. Angam, body. Translation. O personality of religion, I was greatly overburdened by the undue military phalanxes arranged by atheistic kings, and I was relieved by the grace of the personality of Godhead. Similarly, you are also in a distressed condition, weakened in your standing strength, and thus he, also incarnated by his internal energy, in the family of the Yadus to relieve you. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The Asuras want to enjoy a life of sense gratification even at the cost of others' happiness. In order to fulfill this ambition, the Asuras, especially atheistic kings or state executive heads, try to equip themselves with all kinds of deadly weapons to bring about a war and a peaceful society. They have no ambition other than personal aggrandizement, and thus Mother Earth feels overburdened by such undue increases of military strength. By increase of the Asuric population, those who follow the principles of religion become unhappy, especially the devotees or devas. In such a situation, the personality of Godhead incarnates to vanquish the unwanted asuras and to reestablish the true principles of religion. This was the mission of Lord Sri Krishna, and he fulfilled it. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksur Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto his lotus feet. Yovai Mamati Baram Asuram Vamsaragyam Aukshauhini Saptamapanudaratma Tantra Tvam Dustam Unaparam Atmani Parushena Samparayan Yarushuramyam Abhibrat Angam. O personality of religion, I was greatly overburdened by the undue military phalanxes arranged by atheistic kings, and I was relieved by the grace of the personality of Godhead. Similarly, you were also in a distressed condition, weakened in your standing strength, and thus he also incarnated by his internal energy in the family of the Yadus to relieve you. So herein, the cow is being, Mother Earth is being relieved that Krishna will take care of everything. Paritarnaya sadhunam vinashaya chaduskritam. Krishna appears, as stated in Bhagavad Gita, to annihilate the demoniac and to deliver the pious. Yada deveshu vedeshu goshu vipreshu sadhushu dharmamayi cha vidvesha sava asu vanasyati. The same word, vanasyati, will be destroyed, to destroy, whenever those are envious of the Vedic literatures, yada deveshu vedeshu, of the demigods, goshu, of the cow, vipreshu, of the brahmanas, sadhushu, of the saintly people, dharma, of religiosity, mai, and Krishna says ultimately of me, sava asu vanasyati. That person and their civilization soon shall be destroyed. This is Krishna's mission. Sometimes we think, no, Krishna is putting us in a very terrible situation, or the demons are winning by their prowess, strong prowess. But actually, if one has faith and patience, Krishna always comes out victorious. He's always victorious. We may not be able to see the great victory of Krishna, just like in our own lives. people are always thinking, how can there be God if such terrible things happen to good people? Why do bad things happen to good people or small children? Why is there the Los Angeles Children's Hospital and so many children are suffering? We don't see the long-term picture. Krishna may put us in temporary suffering condition, but his business is also Vinashaya Paritranaya Sadhunam. His first business is to save the devotees. Someone may be in a difficult situation of life, just like even as a child, one can say they perform no sinful activities in this life, but in their past life, in their past lives, we've performed many sinful activities, and therefore we take birth in a particular family. Third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam states, what's that verse? Kamanam, what's this? Karmana daiva netrena jantur deho upapataye striya pravishta udaram pumsareta kanashraya. Karmana daiva, according to our fruitive activities, and daiva, the will of the Supreme. Karmana daiva netrena jantur deho upapataye. We're put into a particular womb in a particular family to live a particular life. Striya pravishta udaram pumsareta kanashraya. This is all ordained by the will of the Supreme. So, Krishna may put us into some difficulty, as Vijay Prabhu was pointing out the other day. Tatenu kampam susamikshamana punjane vatmakritam vipakan. One is put into a difficult situation by the will of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We don't know what his plan. Just like a year ago, I personally was put into a difficult situation. But I had no idea that, at least temporarily, I'd come out on the other side better than before going in to the difficulty. We don't see the forest through the trees. That's our difficulty. If we could see the forest through the trees, then we'd see that yes, Krishna has a plan. He's taking care of the devotees. He's taking care of you. You're going to leave this world, but you're going to a better place. You were born in a butcher's family this life. Next life, you'll be born in the family of saintly people. And what is that verse? That one takes birth in the family of rich people or saintly people. What is it? Suchinam Shrimatam Gehe Yoga Brasta Pijayate. One takes a more pious birth. One may have to undergo some difficulty, even leave this body, in order to get another body to take on, or to go to the spiritual world, or to go to the place where Srila Prabhupada is preaching Krishna consciousness to assist him. We don't know. Because of our ignorance, we can't see the forest through the trees. But This earth is overburdened with so much military strength. It gave in the italics the phalanx, the Aukshohini phalanx, 21,870 chariots, 21,870 elephants, 109,350 infantry men, and 65,610 horses. That's one Akshohini, and the verse says there were hundreds of these Akshohini. So multiply everything by 100. The earth overburdened with military men and military strength. Similarly, in our modern day, the earth overburdened with military. I know when I was growing up, many, many moons ago, before you were born, but Savas, Naikatma, Archita, Judakarma were all there. They had a draft, and first 150 birthdays picked by the ping pong balls. They had ping pong balls in a, you don't know, this was on television. Black and white television, but television. And they would, what do you call, spin the what? Whatever it's called. And then some designated, trusted, sworn-in person would pick out a birthday. February 26th, you're going to Vietnam. March 8th, get packed, you're leaving for Vietnam. They went for, my parents and me were sitting there praying to who, we didn't know who, but praying to God. Don't let my birthday come up, don't let my birthday come up, don't let my birthday come up. But all these other 18-year-olds, practically speaking, no matter what, during this time period, half the birthdays, you were sent to Vietnam to fight in a war that no one could figure out what it was for. And even after the war was over and lost by the United States of America, lost bad, so many poor soldiers died, innocent 18-year-old, well, maybe not that innocent, but 18-year-old boys died, 19-year-old boys and girls, I think, and for establishing nothing. Still there is North Vietnam, South Vietnam. Still there is Cambodia and Laos. And today, they're fighting like anything in these countries in the Mideast, in Iraq and Afghanistan, and now they're talking about fighting in Iran, in Persia. Only, it says in the purport, for their prowess. Only for their self-aggrandizement, so they can tap themselves on the shoulders. Of course, in the Vietnam War, I don't think America has won a war in 50 or 70 years. But that doesn't deter them from fighting. They're and whatever, but they keep on fighting. This is the lunacy, the asuric nature of modern day. What to speak, everyone is fighting for their false aggrandizement. And this hurts Mother Earth and the devotees of the Lord. They're very upset. But because they're killing the cow, Yada deveshu vedishu goshu. Because they're not protecting the cow, because of their cow killing, they must engage in warfare. People must be killed and suffer because of this cow killing tendency, this sinful activity of killing the cow for sense gratification. Wars are taking place, and so many difficulties in the earth. They say in 50 years that the 12 signs of the apocalypse, I think it's by the year 2050. By Krishna's grace, I'll be gone. Maybe in another body, 25 years old or something. But you'll all be here 2050. And according to scientists, the great signs of the apocalypse, the 12 signs of the apocalypse, are supposed to take place because of sinful activity. They don't say that. But because of the gross sinful activities, we know. And there's going to be burning of the crops due to the heating. Even today, they're warning in the news great fires in parts of California due to extreme heat and dryness and natural fires occurring, burning crops, burning fields, burning houses. But by the year 2050, because of global warming, which they say our government says does not exist, there'll be humongous floods, and even Florida will become the Florida Keys. The whole state of Florida, they say, will become the Florida Keys for the Californians to vacation in. It will be flooded like anything. Flood, pestilence, disease. Now there are diseases, super bugs that they have no, even today, they put you in the isolation ward where there's double doors at Cedars-Sinai. Nobody in, nobody out, unless you wear a particular duckbill mask. I've experienced this. I told them, they said, do you know anybody from a foreign country? It was an Indian doctor. She was very nice. So I thought I'd butter her up. I said, I have some friends in India. She said, do you go? I said, no, but they all go, and they go every year. I haven't gone in many years, but my roommate, he goes every year and comes back. She said, okay, wait right here. She made a phone call, stepped in the other room, and the next thing I knew, the hazard, what do they call? Hazmat people were coming in and carting me off to Isolation Alley. Actually took place. Through double doors, people breathing through their space suits. And I was sick. I had pneumonia from so many things. But because I was bragging, oh, I have many friends that have been to India, the Indian doctor put me in isolation that I might have the super bug, and there's no super cure for it yet, the super antibiotic for it, super serum. They have not developed because it keeps mutating, and they've experienced it. So they thought I was one of these bugged people. After 5 days, they realized he's okay. He has no symptoms of anything like that. And they put me back in the regular ward. I was actually happy to be able to see people, because you're locked up and people peer through the double glass, the double doors, to look in at you. They're scared to come in until they get the hazmat thing on, because if they catch what you've got, look out. The world, and they're frightened. This bug is coming. These bugs are coming. So Krishna is saving the devotees one way or another. That so much gravity of pain will be there in this world. And the devotees are sorry to see others suffer. But we go out and chant. And we go out and give Srila Prabhupada's books and prasadam. And we chant nicely, like we saw 50 years ago, the grand opening of the Rukmini Dwarkadish of the new temple here on Watseka. And they had Vishnu Jan Maharaj and the devotees chanting. I think he was just Vishnu Jan at the time. Perfectly in step, chanting nicely, veena, harmonium, mridanga, kartals, chanting sweetly and attractively. People were struck. Wow, what is this? Not that we don't care how we look or look like fools. We want to present Krishna consciousness like this, very attractively. Not that the faster you chant, the more ecstatic it becomes. No, the more heartfelt you chant, the more ecstatic it becomes. Slow or fast doesn't matter. But chant in a way that is attractive for others to be drawn in to Krishna consciousness. This is our mission, to draw others in. All these things are going to be happening. The world is overburdened with military phalanxes. Therefore, we have to get a huge army, bigger than this army, bigger than 21,876 or 104,528 infantry. We have to have huge infantry to infiltrate the material world, to bring them back to Krishna consciousness. Then Krishna will be very happy. We'll please him. He's pleasing us, protecting us. And at the end, we'll go back to join Srila Prabhupada and Lord Krishna. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. They have breakfast now. You've been here before? They have breakfast.